Sasa hiyo narrative yake sasa ndio imeiva sasa, imekoma. Sasa imeiva. Sasa kweli mabwenyenye na madynasty ndio hao wamejitokeza sasa.
Happy Jamhuri Day. Hello there and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jadiel. I'm so glad that you've joined us for our political conversations today. Conversations we hope will help our political leaders in making better policy decisions and informed political moves. Today we are talking about Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. He met President William Ruto. President William Ruto actually went to his place at Ishaweri. And want to understand, what does this mean? You know, they're talking about alliances. Rumors are these guys might unite. Caleb Amisi talked about walikuwa wanatucheza sisi watu wa Azimio. That is my conversation. Prof, great to see you. How are you doing today?
Great.
I want us to talk about Uhuru Kenyatta. You know, you saw President Ruto at his place. They come out. Ruto says, Asante kwa nyama. It seems the conversation was quite good. And then you ask yourself, these are politicians, yes. But can Uhuru Ruto once again unite for 2027?
But in politics, nothing is impossible. There are no enemies. Permanent enemies, no. Permanent friends, no. It's their interests. In countries like Kenya, there are stomachs.
The alliance could be about the interest only.
It's about interests. Nothing else. I mean, it's obvious across the world. Politics is about interests.
For some who...
And I'm only saying our interests are so narrow. They may just boil down to the stomach.
Could this just be about Uhuru, the person that he was as president, wanting to unify the country? That was all about his BBI approach. All of his conversations were about political stability and peace. Actually, when he supported Raila Odinga, it was about it's time for us to give way for other people. Could this just be about Uhuru wanting some peace in the country?
It's possible. Yeah, Uhuru has demonstrated before that he would love a situation where this country is united. And that's what BBI was about.
How would Kenyans receive it? Or how do you think Kenyans are receiving it now?
There's
Uhuru,
only one way it's
Raila,
coming.
Ruto,
There's only one way it's coming out. Very unfortunate. So I hope it's not true. If it is true, these guys want to work together, Kenyans are just laughing at them. It can't sell to Kenyans. You can't sell it. Let's put it, you've seen social media and everywhere. People are telling Uhuru Kenyatta, we love you so much. But if you think you can come to convince us to go back to Ruto, please, don't embarrass yourself. Just don't embarrass. Hata mwingine anasema hata baba yako akifufuka, akuje kutuambia sisi wa Kikuyu, tuunge Ruto mkono hatuwezi. So, I just hope they have bigger things in mind than the cheap one of if you have Raila and Ruto and Uhuru together, then you can stop Kenyans from demanding what is theirs. That will not work.
I think you did a video talking about Muhoho Kenyatta.
Yes.
Likely president or deputy president in this matrix.
Yes.
How would, in your analysis, it was more about if Muhoho comes in the picture, things can change for Ruto. Could that be if... Not
working with Ruto. Hiyo basi ya Ruto wa Kikuyu wameshuka. Hiyo wameshuka. You cannot return them back very easily. It has to be something. Things happen. Things can happen and they go back. But under the normal way of things, hiyo gari wa Kikuyu wameshuka.
But then what does this mean about Gachagua and Uhuru too? Does this mean Gachagua hasn't yet fully gotten the endorsement of Uhuru Kenyatta? Because we thought now that he's out of Ruto's government, probably he's with Uhuru.
Yeah, we've said it. We said it, if they really wanted to unite the community and unite the community with other Kenyans, perhaps to remove Ruto from power, it will be in their own interest in different ways for Uhuru and Gachagua to work together. But if Uhuru bolts and goes to Ruto, it will be a mistake of monumental proportions.
What is that?
Rather if our Uhuru, and I think Ruto is doing well, I'd rather keep quiet. I just keep quiet. The way he has kept quiet. Let people, non-committal, people don't know where I am. But if Uhuru came out, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, I support William Ruto. Raila Amolo Odinga, I support Ruto. They will be finished. And these are great men who have done so much for this country. I would hate to see them ending their careers in such a manner.
You started by saying it's the stomachs, but You actually think about the same thing with Raila Odinga. Now that he's with Ruto, what is it really? Is it just the stomach, or is it not understanding how?
You know, it is possible. There are games people play. Politics is a game. Politics is a game, a big game. Just pale kidogo. Raila could have a bigger thing we are not seeing. If there's something bigger than this, then we have to wait for it. But if it is just what we are seeing, it's all nonsense.
I have to remind you that we are partnering, or we are talking with Brooklyn Boutique Juja, because look, they're in Juja and they're looking for people to go and shop at their places. This holiday season, of course, you might be looking for a dress, jewelry for your girl, or even a purse or some shoes. They're in Juja, Brooklyn Boutique. You go over there, check out what they have.
Which part of Juja?
JB Stores, first floor, Hapo Juja. You can talk to Brooklyn Boutique in Juja. The numbers are down on the screen. Look, go there, get something.
By the way, support that old lady, I know her,
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yeah.
She needs to be supported. People go and buy from her and support her.
And she has very good...
You want humble people like this to be supported, so they can also grow.
She has very good things. So call that number 0721 348 629, 0721 348 629. And of course, if you have a business that you'd like Kenyans to know about, of course, our numbers are there. And our numbers, you can look at our subscribers, you can look at our daily views. If you have some business in any part, she's in Juja. If you're in any part of this country, of course, Kenyans will know about
And it works. Remember this Kwame man of, we were waiting for him now, he has not even come.
Mashati.
There's a client, high-level Kenyan, who called me. I don't want to mention him. Some emeritus man.
Yeah.
That Kwame man with the shirts he has done for you, I want him to come and do some for me. The guy is not here because you say he has too much business.
Too much business.
From the time we talked.
Imagine.
We advertised for him.
He's not...
And Kenyans are just taking this lightly. If you have a business outside there, you are a Kenyan. Bring it to us. We have the numbers. We have the reach that will make a difference to your business.
You know, it's crazy. You'd go to a mall in town, just shopping malls, and you find 5, 10, 15 shoe stores, just shoes, specializing in shoes.
Yes.
And you wonder, how do you stand out? You stand out by engaging with Kenyans through such platforms.
Yes.
True. So if you're there and you're thinking the competition is too tight, people are not coming to my business, you can reach them directly at home through this particular platform. Prof, I want to understand, when it comes to 2027, how should political alignments be? What should people look at? In 2022, it was all about, if you have the instruments of power, remember, Uhuru Kenyatta was going to change things. Will this be the situation in 2027? Can it be a win for Ruto? Because people are believing now that he's in power and he defeated those in power, he'll actually win. So it's better to focus yourself.
He was not in power, he defeated those in power. That shows you that those in power can be defeated.
But now he
those in power can be defeated. If we go by that logic. So even him now can be defeated. Okay, the argument is, if he could beat those in power, it will be much, much easier for him now. But the reverse is also true, that those who are defeated were in power. He is in power, he can be defeated. It's logic.
Okay.
Yeah, simple logic.
But I want to talk also about the alliances, because people are saying they're being shortchanged. You remember Hakale Bamisi, who says it was wrong to trust Uhuru Kenyatta for Raila to win. But then that was the problem with Rigathi Gachagua. He said the reason why, the mistake I made is that I looked at William Ruto and we made this deal as Christians. I trusted him. What should politicians look at when it comes to building alliances, apart from, we have the numbers?
Every election time has its own dynamics. The hustler narrative was used effectively by Ruto, throwing everybody into confusion, and Azimio suffered because of the hustler narrative, because of the dynasty versus the hustler. Now, what Ruto started is now coming to haunt him. He talks of the hustler, mtoto wa mtu ambaye baba yake hajulikani. Alienda shule bila viatu. Na hawa mabwenyenye matajiri hawa, kina Raila na kina Uhuru. Sasa hiyo narrative yake sasa ndio imeiva sasa, imekoma. Sasa imeiva. Sasa kweli mabwenyenye na madynasty ndio hao wamejitokeza sasa. Ruto, Raila, Uhuru. Sasa ile narrative Ruto alianza sasa imekoma kabisa, imeiva. So that's why Kenyans can now see the dynasty is on one side. The rich kids are on one side. The people who own this country are on one side. And the others are on their own. If that is carried properly to 2027, there will be no election.
Would you say that?
Because, and I've been saying this, Kenyans, if they go with that narrative, I don't want to be part of that narrative because I have a bad mouth. Naweza kujenga hiyo narrative baki na Ruto wakakasirika na mimi. So mimi sitafanya kitu round hii. I'm not in the elections. And I'm not going to build any narrative. But if I was part of it, to put these people in one corner and Kenyans on the other side, to identify a person who is not like them, and that immediately makes somebody like Kalonzo a casualty. Because the narrative I would build is a matter of time before he joins them. And if he doesn't join them, they have told him, remain there. To give us token opposition. You are one of us. So, you see, that if I'm part of this narrative,
you're saying
Raila watalia.
You're saying even you're very debating.
No, I'm not part of it. So that now, the only way Kenyans can be fighting the Raila corner, Raila, Ruto-Uhuru corner, is by being somebody like Omtata. That's the only way you are sure. This is the man they cannot buy.
With his rosary on his neck.
And he doesn't think like them. And he's like one of us. That is powerful, but I will not be part of the narrative.
You have not even said anything.
No, I've said nothing. This time I'm not.
Talk to me about now what Kalonzo should do, because you've said that is a powerful narrative.
Yes.
But Kalonzo is on the other side and is thinking, look, I look like them, I smell like them, but can I fit in this other side?
The way things are shaping, that's what I'm saying. I just hope Uhuru is not joining them. If they will make it so easy for those who want to remove these people from power. It will be the easiest election ever since we started our election. Removing Ruto and Raila and Uhuru from power. If Uhuru joins them, it will be a walkover for Mtata. A walkover for Mtata. Walkover. In the morning, and let me tell you, if Uhuru joins these guys, and I'm warning them for free, and advice, for free, you know they cannot even buy UT. Of course, Raila once in a while buys me fish at 3D. Let me tell you, if Uhuru joins these people, please take this to the bank, and I hope people should tell Ruto and Raila. If Uhuru joins Ruto, in 6 months, Kenyans will give Mtata billions of shillings. Billions. In 6 months. By the time we get to 2026, Mtata will have over 50 billion shillings on his account for campaign. Let them not try. I'm being too nice. You know, Uhuru is a good guy. I don't want him to end his career badly. And the Kenyatta name and the family, I've always protected it. They should not mess that name. That's a serious name. Let Uhuru not join them. Let him support them quietly. Raila is already there. But for Uhuru, support them quietly. Quietly. Lakini mi naenda 1, 2, kuja tukule nyama ishaweri. Next time tuko sijui Surugoi. Next time tuko wapi. Mtata will take this thing by 10 o'clock.
You know, I asked you about the bigger picture that Uhuru has always tried to look at. Unity, you know, supporting people from this region and that region and this other region. Can it play when it comes to 2027? Can he use that to support?
Uhuru has been a very unifying person. And that's why he looked for Ruto, against all odds, to run with him. And that was a stroke of genius. The hostility between the Kalenjin and the Kikuyu that had been reached its peak in 2007, 2008, just ended like that. A stroke of genius. And if you look at the BBI like I've looked at, critically, it was a master plan. It was a master plan. Well thought out. To end the years of mistrust between the Luo and the Kikuyu and the other Kenyans. So Uhuru has a lot going for him as a statesman. A lot going for him. And that's why I don't like to imagine he can make the mistakes some people are talking he will make. That will be a blunder. There's nothing wrong with Uhuru supporting Ruto. Absolutely, that is right. But to take himself openly, first of all, even the community will not like it.
What do you think? What do you think would have led to the president looking for Uhuru Kenyatta?
He could just go and take meat. They are friends.
No, Not this hostility you're seeing on social
No,
media.
they are friends. They have worked together. They have been friends not even 2013.
Yeah.
They were together in 2002 when Uhuru ran for office against Kibaki. Yeah. What are you talking
So
about?
it's
It's
not-
actually, I think it is actually Ruto who, no, that's another time when they lost. But Ruto was so close to Uhuru. So close.
But now, do you think how do you put it? The chicken have come home to roost because
Yes.
now he's with Raila. He said will not be with them.
They are ODM.
Yes.
Which again, there's nothing wrong with that. Kenya's getting together to work together. Raila, Ruto, fine. I mean, I see no problem with that.
But
Except they should be careful if they want power.
yeah.
Power is something you must strategize to get. Power doesn't just come. If you think you'll get power in the manner other people got power, because somebody else used this approach, they used the money. Now I have a lot of it, I'll get. You'll regret because it won't work. Mahama is now the president of Ghana, elect. Okay? He was there before he lost after one term. There is something he wrote. I keep referring Kenyans to. And he saw why he lost. He chased away, the bad people chased away the good people from him. The bad people will always come to you and elbow out the good people. He said it very well. Now that he has learned, he just came and took this job back. So Ruto should also know the company you keep will affect you. There are so many bad people around Ruto. Time to shed them off is now. So that you don't want to work so hard in 2027. Begin now. Shed off some of these bad guys and bring some good people close to you. They are there.
Finally, though, if Uhuru Ruto work together, does this mean that there is no place for Rigathi Gachagua in the mountain region? There are talks of getting Uhuru's allies in cabinet, Mutai, Kagwe being named.
Those are my friends, all of those.
Yeah.
But it will not work. Please, I know this country. It will not work. Uhuru cannot influence a mountain in the direction of Ruto. No, it will not work.
Simple as that.
It cannot work. The Kikuyu feel so betrayed. You know, Kikuyus, unlike other Kenyans, they know the meaning of betrayal. Think of Kimathi. He was arrested, cut of betrayal, and put in some unmarked grave. 60 or so years after independence, our hero, we don't know where the grave is. Kikuyus know what the betrayal. They know the Ngati, the home guard. They know how their own were used to commit atrocities against the community. So when you come with the betrayal to the Kikuyus, you touch a raw nerve. A raw nerve. And that's why Uhuru has to be very careful. He'll be isolated. But there are many ways he can support Ruto. Many ways. He has close friends. He can whisper to them. Let's work with them. Let's work with them. Kijana huyu alikuwa mbaya lakini sasa twende tu. Namsaidia hapa na pale where he knows people. You know he can fix. Yeah, he has networks. He can use his networks to assist Ruto. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But to come out in the open and say I'm joining Raila in supporting Ruto will be committing political suicide for Ruto.
Thanks for tuning in to that conversation, political suicide for Ruto, actually. Till we do talk again, have yourself a lovely rest of your day.